I actually like this team. I actually like this team. It is way more fun to play than my other team is. All right, what's up, YouTube? So I have been messing around with this new character, Sanhua. I leveled her up to 40. I put her on a team with Alto and Baiji. And the only reason why I am using Baiji is because I wanted to really try her out as healer and give her a chance. I never actually gave her a chance because I don't like her attack. But like before when I was playing the game, I wasn't thinking about like getting her on the field, healing, and then getting out, right? How I want this team to work is that Sanhua and Alto are the two damage dealers, and then I just have Baji when I need to, get heals or whatever, right? They seem to do a lot of damage, and Alto moves around enough for me to like not be hit by certain things, and I think I can dodge enough to not be hit by certain things. Since he can't actually parry because guns can't parry. I don't know if he has anything else that can parry, but since guns can't parry, you just have a high mobility. You want to make sure you're using your portals and using your E skill so that you can get a portal out, get your orbs out, because I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that his resonance skill, right? His resonance skill casts one mist and one mist avatars to taunt the surrounding targets. And the avatars inherit portion of Alto's HP, generate six mist missiles around them, dealing arrow damage. So this one is not what I thought it was actually. So I've been using this. I've been waiting to get my 6 missiles, right? Waiting to get my 6 mist orbs on the bottom of the screen on his Forte circuit, and then using my E skill, and then dashing through, and then like taking like 2 shots, dashing through the mist, and then getting another 6. So it's like I have a bunch of shots. I'm shooting through the portal to get the bonus because my alto does have C3, which is nuts. While I was trying to get Yin Lin, I have or R3 resonance in this game. Alto's basic attack, mid-air attack, passes through the mist. 2 more bullets will be generated, dealing 50% of the damage to basic attack or mid-air attack. So if it's 50% of the damage, you can basically he shoots 1 extra bullet is what I have in my head, right? Because if you're shooting 2 extra bullets that do 50% damage, right? I assume that if all of those bullets are hitting, right? Like the 2 extra bullets are hitting, you can equate those 2 extra bullets to 1 extra bullet. Now I don't know if I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm missing something, but I equate those 2 extra bullets to 1 extra bullet, 1 full extra bullet. So you're doing like pretty much double the damage with every basic attack, right? Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, please do. I'm only doing this based on like my understanding of like what is going on with this character. And I haven't been using this. I've been using Alto a lot, but I haven't really like been using Sanhua a lot. I'd literally just started using her like today. Yeah, the other day I leveled her up, and I really wasn't like thinking. I was like, okay, she has bonus basic attack damage, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll use that for Alto because Alto is always just sitting there mashing on the basic attack button, right? And the fact that I get this extra bullet and I power up his basic attacks and stuff, right? Mist Avatar inherits 100% more HP from Alto. When Alto attacks targets taunted by the Mist Avatar, his attack increases by 15%. So that, along with having the extra bullets go through the mist, more damage, right? And then you have the cooldown of resistance skill. Shift trick is reduced by 4 seconds. So that's the resonance skill that you want to be using to get your missiles out there. I don't know if I should be using this on cooldown every single time, or waiting for my missiles to come up. It would be great if I can like use it on cooldown, and then my missiles come up, and then it's off of cooldown again, and then I use it again with my missiles, and then dashing through. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna play through a simulation challenge real quick. I haven't really done like holograms or anything like that yet. I will definitely get to that, but I wanted to try this team out because I've been playing I've been playing this other team. My other team Uh, do, 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 do. My other team that I've been playing was Danjin, Jianshin, and Taoki. And while I do like this team, and it feels kind of safe, like this team feels pretty safe. Danjin is the only, like, she's a glass cannon, so you got to pay attention to her health when you're attacking. You're doing all your stuff. But usually I have the shield from Jianshin, and then I switch into Taoki, get her concerto meter up, and then do her outro skill into Danjin. So then Danjin has a shield that heals her, and then she also has a boosted attack, right? So that's what I'm normally rotating through. And then when you go, she does, havoc damage deepen. She gives, havoc damage amplified by 23%. So then I switch back into Taoki, and then when I switch back into Taoki, resonant skill damage deepen. So then I go back into Jianshin, and to get the shield, and then I go, so I go Danjin, I go Jianshin, Taoki, Danjin, Taoki, Jianshin, and then back and forth. So that's how I rotate through those characters. Is that the correct way? Is that the most optimal way? I have no idea. That's what I do. So then this team kind of spawned from, I want to use somebody that's not Jianshin as a healer, because like I wanted to use Jianshin because she's a 5-star, right? She's a 5-star. Then I was like, all right, well, I need to use Baiji because I've been hearing a lot of good things about Baiji, and I heard that Baiji boosts attack, right? But there's one thing I think is I think I heard Genocide say it, and it was while we were going through I was going through listening to his tier list. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Let's talk about Baiji, and there's one question that I have to pose to everybody here. Why in the world did they not swap Verena's design and Baiji's design? I will be asking that until the end of time.
I can answer that for you real quick before we get into his Baiji tier list thing. But yeah, they didn't want they didn't want no one to use Verena. So they made Verena the best character in the game. So you're like, oh, I gotta use her. She's on every team, rather than giving you a free top tier character that's gonna stay on your team forever, most likely. But like that's like your free character. I mean, I guess if they switch Baiji into the banner and gave you Verena as a free character, and Verena did what Baiji does, and Baiji did what Verena does, right? Like, Baiji as a 5-star top tier character that's on everybody's team would go much harder than having, people probably wouldn't use Verena if she was the free character that did what Baiji did, because it's like, all right, well, unless you didn't have Baiji, the 5-star, in another world, but whatever.
Because then I would actually want to use Verena if she looked like Baiji. What were they thinking? All right. Here is Baiji.
I didn't even want it. That's why I didn't get Verena.
The best looking characters to me, and she is also
one
of the other big healers similar to Verena. Now, a lot of people do not use this character, and I think a lot of people don't really respect them as much either.
It's not that I don't respect the character, and the only reason why I don't use the character is because of this thing. I just don't really like this thing. That's why I didn't use her. But like, I was always trying to attack with her, and I think this thing sucks. I mean, if somebody could tell me how to make this thing really, really good, I guess it doesn't matter, because she's a healer, and that's all she's supposed to do is just heal you. And she does give you a slight, damage bonus for a shorter period of time. But like,
But this character is actually better than a lot of people think. So she also has a damage amplification just like Verena, and a lot of people misread this, but she constantly heals the next person for 30 seconds, and that is buffing their damage. Now the issue is I believe she only heals the next incoming character.
That's just true.
If you swap to another character, you lose the healing, meaning you lose the damage amplification. So this means overall she has less uptime than a character like Verena. Also,
I mean, let me go back and see.
Next incoming character. So that means if you swap to another character, you lose the healing, meaning you lose the damage amplification.
No, so this is the thing. I don't think he read through the whole thing while he was talking about this, and it's the bottom part here. The healed character also have their all type damage amplified by 15% for 6 seconds. It's only 6 seconds. So it's not tied to the HP. I mean, it's not tied to the healing. If the damage amplification was tied to the healing at 30 seconds, it would be super super great, right? But I think this only being at 6 seconds kind of pushes you to use this all type damage amplify as like it's like a burst damage amplification, right? So like you swap into the character that you want to heal, and then you do something that is very bursty with damage to get that 15% like amplified damage on that thing, because you only have it for 6 seconds. So maybe 6 seconds is longer than I think it is for certain stuff, but like in terms of like for the amount of time that this damage amplify stays up is not super great. Like I'm still gonna try her out and use her as the healer, but like I think this is what makes her suck to me. Like after like learning stuff about the game and understanding, going through my rotations and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not like super hardcore, super high level yet, but I think that this 6 second thing is now the new thing, the reason why I don't think she's that good. As a healer, sure, great. Drop all of your HP gear on her, and make her HP as high as possible, so that when you're healing for that 30 seconds, you're getting fatter and fatter, fatter heals. If her HP is really high, right? So that's what she's for. While in having a dedicated healer, she's not going to be on the screen for that long, as long as my Jianshin is on the screen. So like Jianshin, she's always on screen for a really long time. She does damage and stuff like that, and she has her counter and stuff like that, but I can't ever get her in there and then get her out quickly so that I can switch it into my DPS again. So the problem with that is it overall lowers your DPS, because you're trying to get her shield back and you're holding down the thing. She's charging up the shield. She gets the shield charge, and then you want to like after you get the shield charge, you might want to, I don't know, you might want to use her counter hit or something like that, and then like maybe you get hit, some of your shield comes off. Maybe you want to max the shield out, and then she's on the screen for even a longer amount of time. Her concerto gauge doesn't really fill super quickly. So like when her concerto gauge is at 0, she's kind of out there for a really long time while you're charging the shield, and then you finally get it out, and then you go back into, and I would go back into Tao Ki, and then I'm still not on my DPS character. Then I would have to get my concerto gauge up with Tao Ki, which is pretty slow, and then her using her forte gauge is really slow, and then like I go back into Danjin finally and able to do a big amount of burst damage with Danjin. So like with this other team, this new team that I'm using, IG shouldn't really be on the screen that often. I should be kind of like doing as much damage as I can with him while he has his buffs up, and then switching back into Senhua. And then when I switch back into Senhua, then I'm using her ability to, and she kind of has big damage. Like I feel like she has a lot more damage than it seems like she has, because maybe it's just because as a like support, maybe me using her as a support, she has a way higher damage, or it seems like she has way higher damage than Tao Ki, or she just does damage faster because I don't know, she's faster. She has the ice thing. You have a mini ice wall that you can explode. You have your ultimate ice wall that you can explode. Then you have you can do ultimate ice wall and then do regular ice wall and then blow them both up at the same time, and it does a lot of damage, it seems like. And then when you're done doing that, then you swap back into Alto, giving him a basic attack damage bonus, and then you're just like popping out your miss or whatever, shooting through the miss and getting all this extra damage. And since I have the R3 version of Alto, I'm getting more damage. Like, it's just so much faster, it seems like, than the way I used to play. So it feels a lot better. This team feels better than me playing my first team. So I'm kind of glad I have this second team, because at first I was playing Calcharo. Jianshin, and Alto, and using Alto to go into Jianshin, and then Jianshin into Calcharo to buff his Resonant Liberation damage, which he gets when he goes in the thing, and all the Resonant Liberation damage. I think that's how his works, right? With this team, I think this team is much better together. I don't know what other people use with Alto. I don't know what other people use with Senhua, but this is the team that came up with, because I really wanted to use Alto as like my main damage dealer. He doesn't. I don't think he really does a lot of AoE, but I feel like he does enough damage fast enough. So like he might be good for fighting bosses more than doing content where you have to kill a bunch of different enemies or a group of enemies. Maybe like since she has AoE damage with her walls and exploding her walls, this is how you would get that together. So maybe, I mean, I could possibly throw Jianshin back in here to use her ult to pull people in, and then switch to Senhua to blow them up with the ice wall. But I don't know. Like I feel like I want to stick with this team for right now and try this out. So let me go in here. I'm just gonna go in here and test this out, and then I'm gonna go fight a boss and see how well it works out with fighting a boss. So let's go. Let's just do. I've just been kind of farming resonance potions, the gold resonance potions, because I know I'm gonna want to level up characters. So I just want to make sure that I have enough to level up the characters that I want to level. So we're starting with her. Now I'm not like, I don't have like a lot of experience with this character yet, so my combos are not going to be super great, I have this on her for no reason at all. I know I can have something there better, but whoops. See, I don't really know how to use her yet either. Okay, let's switch. I switched wrong. I should be switching into I should be switching into then I have this bear on him. Like, I feel like once I get my like rotations down a lot better, then like everything will come together and they will just do a lot of damage really fast. So I want to go try out let me see how much I can't use this function. I want to claim rewards. Yeah. I'll claim them. I'll still go fight a boss, even though I won't be able to get the rewards from it. I'll still go fight a boss, and we'll see how well I can do against, like, I don't know, maybe like Thundering Methods or something like that. All right, now I don't really fight Thundering Methods often. So maybe I'll get my ass whooped. I don't know, but let's go try this out. Oh, I don't. Oh. Yo, I got... I'm a little mad about that one. Yo, I actually like this team. I actually like this team. It is way more fun to play than my other team is. Oh my god. Like I said, once I start getting my I think I use replenish because I have a lot of them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, once I started to get my stride, like I started to hit my stride with like knowing when to switch, paying attention to, characters' health being low, looking for the parries, switching in on parries with Senhua, because since Alto can't parry, then I just wait for his outro skill to come up, and then I just switch into Senhua when I see, I can get a parry opportunity or something like that, and just make sure I kind of stay out of the way and just dodge the things that I need to dodge, and just nuke this dude. Like, I think I did pretty well fighting against Tempest Methods, way better than I normally do when I'm fighting with my first team. So I think this team is just much better than my first team, and I really like it because I really wanted Alto, and I'm glad I can make Alto work. It's actually really fun to play. So, I mean, that's about it. So if you want to ask any questions about this team, or if you have any, like, I guess any questions or any tips for, this team, or you think anything would be better with this team, or if you think I should maybe switch out by G for somebody else, I don't know. I tend not to want to use Verena, even though I don't have Verena. Like, I've never picked Verena, and I'm not really worried about not having her. But, oh shit. Okay, I guess we're fighting him again. Jesus Christ. I keep. Oh, Oh my god. Oh my lord. Okay, okay, we don't have to fight him. He went back over there. He went back over there. I wasn't ready to fight him again yet. Anyway, dude, leave me alone. Okay, anyway, I'm trying to end this video. So if you guys have any questions or have any tips about the character, or this team, not the character, but this team, let me know. Or if you have any ideas about what I should do or I could make this team stronger, that would be great. It would be wonderful. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.